I am live. What's going on, guys? It's Crater and, Ron is not scheduled to be here. I'm about to say, and Ron. He's currently on vacation. So, Ron, I hope you are enjoying yourself on vacation and hope you have a great time. And I'd love to see you back. But right now, guys, it's just me. I gotta make sure I can hear myself. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Give me 1 second. All right. I just had to make sure I can hear myself because I'm all by myself. I want to make sure that I can hear myself. I don't want to go the whole stream without you guys even hearing what I'm saying. So there you go. But what's going on, guys? It's Crater here, and we're back with episode 40 of This Week in Wrestling. 40 episodes. Damn. I'm really about to reach the 50 episode mark eventually soon. I didn't think I was going to even do 40 episodes of this. But yeah, I'm feeling really happy about that. 40 episodes. Say I've done 40 episodes. This is a predictions show for the Fastlane pay-per-view. It's the final pay-per-view before WrestleMania. It also marks the final pay-per-view that is brand exclusive because starting after WrestleMania, every single pay-per-view for the foreseeable future will be co-branded for both Raw and Smackdown. So there's that. Before we start, if you want to support the podcast, so if you're a normal viewer, you're new to the podcast, if you would like to support it, if you like what you see, you can either do it one or two ways. You can either sponsor, which gives you exclusive sponsorship badges in live chat, exclusive access to sponsors only live chat, and exclusive access to custom emojis live in chat. Super chat is a highlight message in the chat. Seeing how stand out, your comment remain pinned to the top of the chat for a period of time. I'm pretty sure you guys already know what those two are about. I'm just, shilling myself, I guess. As always, you can see on the bottom, you can see the recent subscribers. So shout out to Felipe, or I cannot pronounce that. I'm sorry. Shout out to Felipe. Shout out to James Alahaja something. I cannot pronounce the other one because it's in, I think that's Thailand. I have no idea, but thank you for being a subscriber. And Kyo Sishapun, thank you for being a subscriber as well. I know my audience is mainly Thailand, which is very, very interesting. As you see on the bottom, there's our sub goal, which is 6,000 as always. I will hope to achieve that by the end of the year. I think by the rate I'm going, maybe there is a slight chance I might do it. I might not. Who knows? We're currently at 3,889 subscribers, so we're growing by the day. I really appreciate it, guys. And our goal for the month is always $1. If you either are if you subscribe to the channel during this chat, if you donate, if you super chat, or if you sponsor, a pop-up will appear on my right, your left, or my right of the screen, but it'll both our right is what I'm talking about. It'll pop up with a message, so I will see. You'll be noticed. So if you're subscribed, you will be noticed on the screen. That's why all that room is right there. Because since Ron is not here, I can use that space today at least to show you guys who are the new subscribers and whatnot. So that's pretty cool if you are. On to wrestling news. Let's get to wrestling news before we get to the actual shows to review. First off, Austin Aries shockingly appeared at the ROH 16th anniversary. After Austin Aries made a surprise appearance at last night's Ring of Honor's 16th anniversary event, it has been speculated that Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor may not be working together, but that does not appear to be the case. PWInsider.com is reporting last night's appearance was likely due to Aries not having a contract with Impact, which allows him to appear without getting it cleared with them. Despite carrying all his current championships on air, ROH did not identify Aries as the current Impact World Champion. Ring of Honor likely booked Aries directly, and this would not need to be cleared with Impact Wrestling. Last night, Aries' first appearance for Ring of Honor since 2015 when he appeared in a six-man tag team with Moose and Jay Lethal against Jay Briscoe, Dayton Castle, and Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, here's an update. PW Insider has revised the original report, stating that they confirmed Impact knew about it and was supportive of Aries' appearance. It was noted that Impact gave Aries their blessing to appear with the title on ROH broadcast, and Impact will likely have an open door policy when working with talent. They said that Impact may be looking at this as a first step in working relationship further down the road. So, I mean, good news for Impact. I mean, I know we always trash Impact. But the fact that they're willing to let their world champion, Austin Aries, who I wish, please, Austin Aries come back. The 205 Live Cruiserweight division is much more better, I swear. Triple H is running it now. The fact that Austin Aries appeared and with their title, seems like they have a lot of confidence in him. And I mean, you got to say kudos to Austin Aries. He's an amazing worker. I loved his stint during NXT and WWE. I mean, I knew who he was outside of WWE. Went back using TNA, but I'm just saying, Austin Aries, I wish you would come back. But hey, Ring of Honor, that's cool. So at least you could see people like King Omega, Cody Rhodes, and them and whatnot. So that was very cool. Very, very cool of Austin Aries. Where does he go from here? Is he going to have a match? Because again, he's not technically under contract with Impact. Regardless if they gave them their blessing or not, they're not under contract. So as far as I'm concerned, he can do whatever he wants. And he has all those belts. So we'll see where this goes. Hopefully one day that might stem from him coming back to the WWE, but who knows at this point. So Austin Aries, congrats. Just your journey so far here, just collecting all these championships. Hopefully you come back and collect a title in WWE. The next report, I just accidentally closed my window, so give me one brief. Oh my god. I closed my window of how I can see what's going on the YouTube side, so I can look at the chat. And there even is a chat. But indie wrestler Rude Boy Riley pleads guilty to child pornography charges. SLLive.com is reporting independent professional wrestler Rude Boy Riley, James Riley, has pled guilty to child pornography charges after being arrested last March at his home. It took him a year, goddamn. Riley was busted on March 29th of last year after police found 10 images of Riley's phone that featured children under age 16 engaged in sexual acts. Eventually, it would turn Riley uploaded 9 of those images to Google account. Why do they do this? I don't understand. With the others being posted on his Tumblr. Jesus Christ. He pled guilty in state court in this week to a felony count of possession a sexual performance by a child, and he will not be placed on intense supervision probation for 2 years. If he successfully completes his probation terms, he would be sentenced to 5 days in jail. Wow, Riley must now also register as a sex offender. Hey, Riley was dropped from another independent boxing and was fired from his job at Orange Theory Fitness as a trainer after news of his arrest went public. Riley returned to court for 19. He remains free on $3,500 bond. Off Fonse, Riley looks forward to putting this matter behind and moving on with his life. I mean, it's hard to move on with your life if you're considered a sex offender. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't really know the guy. I don't know if he's related to anybody. He's an indie wrestler, so. I mean, even if you did or if you didn't do it, at the end of the day, you have possession of child pornography, so that's bad. And you get what's coming to you. You know the law, man. Like I said, I have no idea who this guy is, but the fact that that's what kills me though. He uploaded to his Google account. Why would you do it? Tumblr, I find that hilarious, but his Google, like, what? Why would you do that? If somebody was gonna eventually find out, nothing's safe on the internet. What the hell is wrong with you, man? And another bit of news with the law in WWE. If you guys remember last year, during Performance Center, there was this guy who was like just crazy. I think it was like back in 2015, if anything. And he was just this crazy guy in Performance Center stalking someone. Apparently it was AJ Lee or something back in 2015. I have no idea. But so it was just a crazy scene. Police officers shot him and whatnot, and he was arrested for it. Well, the man shot at the Performance Center. Armando Moravino is the man who was arrested and shot after trespassing the performance in 2015. Was spotted at Wednesday's NXT's taping in Winter Park. Armando had a number of issues with WWE Performance Center, including his reported obsession with then WWE diva AJ Lee. Armando was shot after he was charged with the officers with unknown object while WWE properly in the Elizabeth Park section of Orlando. At the time of the incident, Armando was arrested in charge for assaulting a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest, and trespassing. There was declared incompetent to stand trial on 2 occasions. Wednesday, Armando was spotted outside full scene NXT being taped, and he posted videos on his personal Instagram account on the site. Amando was not arrested for being at the venue on Wednesday, and records show he isn't banned from Full Sail like he is with the WWE Performance Center, which is less than 3 miles down the road. According to News 6 Miles, currently appealing the case from his 2015 incident, and according to Crown Records, he is representing himself. Okay, and here's another bit of just funny news. Hulk Hogan. I actually live in Philadelphia, and Hulk Hogan was apparently at the Phillies game today, so that's interesting. He took pictures of the Phillies. I mean, I'm not a fan of baseball, but I know my mom loves it, so yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I gotta find a comment though. What I find hilarious. Yeah, there you go. This was the top comment of this website. This article is pretty ironic. One story is about a guy who was arrested and not banned from WWE shows, while the other story is about a guy who wasn't arrested and is banned from WWE shows. Huh. That is pretty funny when you think about it. DDP, he talked about Ronda Rousey, with people giving her hard times. He said to her critics, give the girl a break, man. She's going to be great. She's a great athlete. She brings a lot of the sport. There's so much attention because it's WWE. I said it over and over again. She's the biggest star as far as women's athlete in the world. It's going to draw a lot of attention. There's a lot of pressure going in, but Rousey thrives in pressure. I believe it will come out. It's like a diamond under pressure. I believe in her, and she's definitely going to put work in. Sorry, guys. So there's that. We'll see how Ronda Rousey. I mean, so far her current run has been fine to me, so we'll see. WWE.com had an article with John Cena said yet to face these people in singles matches: Matt Hardy, Bobby Roode, Kofi Kingston, Shane McMahon, and Chad Gable. And then the Mixed Match Challenge. As we know, Carmella and Big E got eliminated, but they are attempting to sway people because if you guys don't know, I don't know why I have my headphone like that. If you guys don't know, there's a second chance vote. So the WWE Universe gets to vote to bring back to get one more chance. And Carmella Big E got it was a funny Twitter video, I will admit that, so there's that. And again, the possible changes to the WrestleMania 34 Universal Title main event. Now, I'm going to read this, even though it's not really a spoiler to something, but here we go. According to Wrestling Observer, WWE could possibly be moving away from WWE Universal Championship match between Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns as the last match at WrestleMania. This change of attitude responds to Lesnar's current contract coming to an end soon, and the expectation that Lesnar will go back to UFC following Mania. At the same time, sources close to the situation believe Lesnar will sign a new WWE, but the company will continue with the idea Lesnar is leaving. Part of the mentality right now is to downplay the beast is on his way out, so it won't look like such a big loss if he does leave. I guess that somewhat makes sense. The hope from WWE side report is that these success could get more fans behind Reigns heading to the match. It won't. It just won't. There's not a possibility that the last match on the Big Show in New Orleans could be currently around Valley for Triple H St. Man. It would be hilarious if Triple H politicked his way back to the main event again. That would be amazing. He didn't even have to try this time. That would actually be amazing. Here's a crazy thought, guys, and hopefully you can bear with me here for a second. Shouldn't the main I know I may sound crazy with this. Shouldn't the main event be the winner of the Royal Rumble match? As in Shinsuke Nakamura versus, as of right now, AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Wouldn't that make sense? That's just me, but hey, we want to do WWE stuff, so. Somebody's in the chat. Hyper Smash, I just farted. Wow. Hey, Hyper Chats. Hyper Smash, I should say. I just noticed you. I apologize. Hi, I just farted. It smells good. Okay, that's weird, but nice to see you here, man. And I guess thank you for supporting the channel, if you are. There's that possibility. And then details. So apparently the Ultimate Deletion was filmed this past week. It was reported that Jerry Borash was at the Hardy compound in Cameron, North Carolina, working on filming the Ultimate Deletion. This you know today, referee Sean Bennett was the official assigned to the bout, but it's not reported that any of the talent was used for filming. So were they even there? I don't know. I have no idea. And then we have an injury update on Bobby Fish. So for those guys who are unaware, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are currently the NXT Tag Team Champions. During a live event, apparently Bobby Fish got injured. He injured his knee and he had to get surgery. He had surgery, and he will be sidelined for like around 6 months. So he'll make it, if anything, right after Brooklyn 4. So there's that. So hopefully get well, Bobby Fish. You're good. You honestly, air is just great in my opinion. So hopefully you do get better and things will be looking up for you. But sadly, since he is the NXT champion, tag team champions, I should say, with Kyle O'Reilly, it puts an interesting situation. So Fish was reportedly backstage at the NXT tapings, and status and era were addressed during the show. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, since we didn't spoil it themselves, so I'm not going to spoil it for you. If you want to read up the spoilers, go ahead, but they did solve that issue with Bobby Fish. Hopefully you get well by Fish. And I think that's all the current news for WWE at least, or just the world of wrestling in general. So let me actually go into our reviews of the show. Again, guys, this is also our prediction, so stay tuned to the end where I give our official predictions for the Fastlane pay-per-view. So hold on. They apparently has an article. Actually, I just want to jump through this real quick. There's 25 female performers you forgot about. Davey put up an article. Rude, yeah, I don't know who the hell she is. I forgot about her. I don't remember her. Oh, okay. Savannah. I remember Savannah. I didn't know she was a diva, but okay. She was a diva? Really? I had no idea she was. I knew she was an announcer. Should I remember her? I don't remember her because she's from NXT. Katie Lee Burchill. I know exactly who she is. Jillian Hall. I would have never forgot about Jillian Hall. Ashley. Nobody forgets about Ashley. I have no idea who the hell she is. Blue Pants. Nobody forgets about Blue Pants. Lauren. I guess. Lena Yada. I don't know who the hell she is. It was on Diva Search. No wonder. That's not who the hell she is. Some from the past. Rebecca, somebody. Trinity. I should know who she is. Yeah, she was on NXT. I mean, it's Jesus Christ, NXT. ECW, the revamped ECW. Mrs. Yamaguchi. I think we all know who she is. Oksana. Who would forget about Oksana? I don't know who the hell she is. Stephanie Wan. Oh, who is this? Ariel from, the guy who was, I forgot the hell is his name. Shane Thorne. There you go. Maxine. No, she's still unrecognizable. Cherry. Yeah, people remember her. Mad Maxine. Ryan Shamrock. Wasn't that Shamrock's daughter? Or wife or sister? I don't know. Whatever. But I guess that was an interesting look, I guess. Let's get into the reviews, let's get into Monday Night Raw. Give me 1 second. And first of all, let's pop up my favorite transition scenes. So first off, Raw. Come on. There we go. And voila, I see that. We're talking about Raw. That's time to we're talking about Raw, guys. So give me 1 second. All right. So the show is all over the place, but one of the main things was the Cynthia of Destruction match, which they announced earlier in the night that day. This took place in the Milwaukee, whatever that is, Wisconsin, I'm assuming. I have no idea where any of these states are. Okay, guys, I don't even know where some of the addresses is where I currently live, so bear with me here. First off, Kurt Angle came out, and he pretty much said, hey, I'm going to address this whole situation because a week prior, remember Triple H punched him in his face, which was the most absolutely funniest punch I've ever seen in my life. And there you go. That was actually hilarious. Did we do our podcast? I feel like we did. I think we did our podcast last week. I'm sure we did. I don't know. But regardless, he came out. He wanted to face Triple H man to man. Say man came out and says Triple H is not even here. That's the key thing. She said Triple H is not even here yet. And then out comes Ronda Rousey. Saying man, she got scared at first, but then she calmed down. She said, "Hey Ronda, again, it was been some misunderstanding, but again, you're now a contract WWE superstar. We're giving you what you always wanted. That is a match at WrestleMania, so you can pick any person you want as long as it's on the active WWE roster, as long as it's not a championship match." So he's trying to do this big reveal, like this drum roll reveal or something, and then next thing you know, Ronda Rousey said, "I want to pick you," and she was shocked. I mean, not everybody was shocked. Everybody was actually cheering for her because we kind of figured this was where this was going. And let me just move this over here so I can just stand back. There you go. Nobody was shocked. And yeah, Stephanie McMahon said no. And then Triple H came out. The guy who's supposedly not here. And couldn't even point out, he's like, wait a minute. Didn't you say you're not here? And he said that's not important right now. Like, that's, like, not important. Why? There you go. Hold on. And perfect. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah. She said it's not important right now. And, Triple H said it's not important right now. He said he can't have because Stephanie McMahon is not an active member of the roster. But Kurt Angle pointed out, well, she has 2 contracts, which I think it's somewhat true. That she has wrestling contract and executive contract, just like Triple H. And Kurt Angle said he warned Triple H that if you ever messed with him again, there's going to be hell to pay. So Kurt Angle suggested to Ronda Rousey that it should be a tag team match with Kurt and Ronda Rousey taking on Triple H and Stephanie. And they have to agree because Kurt Angle is GM. Triple H got irritated. He attacked Kurt Angle. Those two went back and forth. Kurt Angle tried to put him in ankle lock. Triple H reversed again, but then Kurt Angle got the upper hand again by putting him in the ankle lock. Ronda Rousey was clapping, but then Stephanie McMahon took her down. She tried to help her husband. Ronda Rousey grabbed her back to the ring, and then she did a Samoa drop, which I'm assuming is her finisher. So it was a interesting segment to say the least. Ronda Rousey, that was a very interesting Samoa drop. I'm not gonna say anything like your other critics because this is your first time doing something like this. So the fact that they're gonna put you in WrestleMania and possibly the main event, we'll see what you can do. Hopefully you do well. That's all I can say. Hopefully you do well. So there was that, and I mean it's a pretty good segment overall. It's just we'll see where this leads at WrestleMania. Now we know where it leads at WrestleMania because at WrestleMania it's a mixed tag match with Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey taking on Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. So that should be very interesting indeed. Then we had Asuka facing Nia Jax. It was a rematch from Elimination Chamber. I had no idea why they were doing this match in the first place. I mean, it was an interesting match to say the least. I'm not saying it was good or whatnot. I just don't know why they were restarting this. Nia Jax, she was giving it to Asuka, and then at the end, Asuka was able to put in that armbar, and she held on to that armbar with her life for it was a good 3 minutes, and actually probably more than that. And then Nia Jax eventually tapped, so Asuka defeated Nia Jax. So my question to you, WWE, is if it was going to be the same result of Elimination Chamber, why even, why even do the match again? It was going to be the same exact result. You're not NXT. You're not Johnny Cena Miles versus Shangar. You could do that match over and over again. It will not make a difference. But, yeah, just why would you do it? Especially the aftermatch of Nia Jax. She seemed very upset. I'm assuming this was her face turn. She seemed very upset about that. And it was just weird. Now, as of right now, we still have zero idea who the hell is Asuka facing. I guess we'll find out tomorrow if Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. Apparently, the rematch was Charlotte versus Asuka. So if Charlotte's able to beat Rhea Ripley, we'll get our Answer. Which leaves a very interesting situation because if Asuka's not facing Alexa Bliss, who the hell is going to face Alexa Bliss? I am assuming the answer would be Nia Jax because technically, the Elimination Chamber, Alexa Bliss beat everybody except for Nia Jax, because Nia Jax is never in the match, so they can use that excuse. And then Kurt Angle could just say, hey, you always kept saying Nia Jax deserves this title match, so I'm going to give it to her at WrestleMania. So there you go. That should be a very interesting match indeed, and we'll see where it goes from there. We had the Raw Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Revival. Apparently, if the Revival would have won, they would have got a tag team title match for WrestleMania. It was a very good match. I mean, again, the crowd possibly forgot who the Revival were today, and they weren't really into Revival. The bar is always good. Sheamus, you're doing some crazy stuff that you're not supposed to. And basically, the Cesaro and Sheamus won the bar, which is like, what was the point of bringing up the idea that the Revival could possibly win and possibly go to WrestleMania to face you guys for the title, and now they lost? So what was the point of putting that possibility in our head? It's just, sometimes I don't understand WWE's booking. I just don't understand it. And yeah, so Cesaro and Sheamus won, and now we're in the same position we were last week. They talked about, hey, who else is there to face? There's nobody to face. Now, my prediction, this is just my prediction, is possibly, not just a possibility, possibly, it could be the Authors of Pain, which people say it's impossible because they're wrestling. They are wrestling in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic finals match in a triple threat match for the NXT Tag Team titles, which I won't spoil teamwork. I realized what I was doing. I was just spoiling it. But I would like to put this thought into your head. Why is the NXT Tag Team title match now a triple threat match? Could it be a possibility that they don't want to strain the Authors of Pain so much so they will get less time in the ring so they can focus on their actual big match at WrestleMania against Cesaro and Sheamus? We'll see. I mean, it's never too late to call up somebody, so we'll see. Then we had that segment, that's what I will call it, with John Cena and his WrestleMania plan. He said himself he is going to finally break the record. At Fastlane, he's going to beat AJ Styles, win it every time, and become a 17-time world champion. There's only one person in history who has the longest reigns, and his name is Ric Flair with 16. John Cena could probably be facing history. And again, I have an interesting prediction when it comes to predictions for the Fastlane show. So you just stay tuned until the end to find out exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that happened. Then we had this bizarre scene with Goldust, and Goldust was talking about how he has been in the spotlight. Yeah, it's Cena, and yeah, it's just a weird thing. And before Cena could say anything, Goldust punched him in the face with the mic, and they had a match. It was a pretty by the numbers job, man. He just worked on a little, and then he comes back 5 moves of doom. Cena hits the A, boom. As soon as just to build momentum. There's just an advertisement for the Fastlane pay-per-view that's going to be coming up. So, there you go. Yeah, barely defeat Mandy Rose. Now, for the actual match itself, she was being interviewed by Dasha Fuentes, I believe, and Bayley was saying, hey, I know, despite the fact that Sasha stabbed me in the back at the Royal Rumble, despite her stabbing me back in the Elimination Chamber, I decided to do my own thing and put her on side, basically, by not getting tagged in by her during that 6-person tag. And before you could more hear her response, Paige showed up, which I'm shocked she is still there. Why are you not getting heel, Paige? It's like you don't take direction. Paige was saying, hey, you're nobody, and you're just sorry excuse of a person. Nobody wants you, not even nobody wants to be around you, not even Sasha Banks, her best friend. Till Bayley fought Mandy Rose, it was a whatever match. Mandy Rose won. I will admit this. Mandy Rose has definitely improved. I will definitely say that Mandy Rose has definitely improved, and she's doing better by the day. Sadly, wasn't this day. That sucked, and there's just that. Bailey won though. I forgot how she won. That's why it sucked. I can't remember how she won. And she won. They were getting attacked by Absolution. Then Sasha Banks shows up and helps her out. Sasha Banks tries to give her a shaking hand, but then Bailey pushes away, just like I seen in 2K18. I love it. So yeah, I was it by Bailey and Mandy Rose, and that was an interesting match indeed. And I had no idea. Now here comes the fun stuff. Braun Strowman versus Elias in the City Destruction match. I mean, it was clearly just no disqualification match, just with instruments. I still found it funny. Elias is so gold. He is gold, my friend. Elias is gold. Because he's playing all the instruments first. He'll say now, hey, JoJo, hit my music. And then, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Elias. Disappears in thin air. Right? Because he was running because he didn't want to do the match with Braun Strowman. I mean, who would? And it was just a pretty interesting scene, to say the least. He was running because he wanted no parts of Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman was nowhere to be found. Last tried to get into his car. Then he noticed something in his rearview mirror. What do you know? It was Braun Strowman picking up his car. Elias tried to run it back. Braun Strowman caught him. He hit him. Once he got back, he hit him with pretty much every weapon that was on the stage, including the piano. He threw the piano on him. Then he sat on the chair of the piano. And then he did something. I forgot what else. I think he did running power slam on something. And then it was 1, 2, 3 out from there. Braun Strowman is victorious. And I'm going to have to assume. Now, don't quote me. I'm going to have to assume this feud is kind of over now. The question is, where does Braun and Elias go? Apparently, Braun Strowman is being held off for Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns in the case that Roman Reigns cannot compete due to the allegations that currently presented to him. So, I'm assuming that's the direction of Braun. I mean, it does happen or does not. I mean, Braun Strowman is a great act, and hopefully he's in a high-profile match at WrestleMania. Then we have Bray Wyatt defeat Rhino. Nothing really special here, except the fact that Matt Hardy appeared, and he said it is time for the ultimate deletion. I mean, I can't even say it right, Jesus Christ. For the ultimate deletion. And did you make Matt Hardy is just ridiculous, I'm telling you. The ultimate deletion, it's going to be interesting. I mean, he was able to pull it off in TNA, and hopefully they would do the same WWE with WWE's technology and profit. I said profit. With WWE's budget. Jesus Christ, why can't I find that word budget? That's so weird. With their budget, hopefully he's able to pull it off. We'll see. And hopefully this actually helps the Bray Wyatt character and not bury it for a whole year. Then we had the Miz Grammy Award. The Mizzy. Boy, despite what the internet says, I actually thought this segment was hilarious because Miz was going through all this stuff. And he was just cutting the footage to make Seth Rollins and Finn Balor sound like idiots. And it was absolutely hilarious. And Seth Rollins came out. He said, I think everybody here had enough of your talking. Finn Balor came out. Seth Rollins got irritated because just like last week, his music played and tried to steal spotlight. Miz said, enough of this. Let's just have the two of you take on the three of us. And that's literally what they did. And they figured, you know what? Why not? So it's like, why not? I'm sorry, guys. I was just taking there for a second. I think I was about to go out of it. Don't worry, I would not go out of it when it comes to this show. But, yeah, so Finn Balor, Seth Rollins won. Afterwards, Kurt Angle came out, and he said, guess what, Miz? You're not facing Seth Rollins. And you're not facing Finn Balor. You know why? Because you're facing both of them in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. So now it's official, guys. At WrestleMania, for the Intercontinental title, will be a triple threat match. Finn Balor taking on Seth Rollins, taking on Finn Balor. So there's that, guys. Then we had the main event, the Paul Heyman promo. I thought it was a very good promo. So Paul Heyman came out with Brock Lesnar's title. He said Brock Lesnar's not here because again he doesn't have to be here due to contract negotiations. Paul Heyman saw Roman Reigns. He saw he's a cheater. So there's that. And he was just talking about how this is Brock Lesnar's property. This is his bitch. Roman Reigns like to use the word bitch. He said this title is Brock Lesnar's bitch. He'll be damned if everybody takes it. And he was just giving, again, very good promo. Just sad half the people were dead and they did not care. Roman Reigns came out. He got booed the hell out of somewhat. He got like booed the hell out of. All right. Yeah, Roman Reigns just came out and then he got booed the hell out of. And Roman Reigns was saying, "Hey, yo, look, guy, why is Brock Lesnar not here again? See, he really is a bitch. He'll tell him what to come up next week when he is coming next week. And guess what? He'll be here in the front door to confront him. No getting past anything. He had to confront him at the garage door. So, possible WrestleMania match is a backstage brawl between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, maybe? Who knows? Who actually knows? And that is Raw, guys. I mean, it was a bizarre show, to say the least. The Ultimate Deletion is coming. That should be interesting. The Triple Threat match announced. The Mixed Tag Team match announced. The title was already in the match. And the Revival versus Ty Dillinger. Did I just say Ty Dillinger? I don't know. I must have been... No, I'm tired, guys. I'm not going to lie because I had to work all day. But that's another story. Let's say Revival versus the Bar, Jesus Christ. But I guess I should get something to drink to wake me back up. So with that being said, guys, I will be right back with the Smackdown review. So I will be right back, guys. I apologize. All right, guys, I am back. I apologize, guys. I think I'm actually good now. For some reason, I was so tired. You know what? It's the damn Wendy's. And Wendy's always make you tired. I actually ate Wendy's right before I did this podcast, so I think it was Wendy's. So I think I'm actually good now. So yeah, I apologize. I know I was kind of tired. I was drifting off. I said something about Ty Dillinger, which was weird. That's how I am, guys. When I'm tired, I be rambling and stuff. So if you see me rambling on and live and stuff, good for you. Maybe go believe make me remember. I think I was dozing off a little bit on the street. That's actually hilarious. I think I'm good. Well, let's talk about Smackdown, shall we? Insert new graphic. Smackdown. Right now. Perfect. All right. You guys should be seeing the Smackdown one. Give me a second. For some reason, I'm a little fuzzy in the chat. Oh, there you go. Okay, it's back normal. I was just looking. For some reason, I was like a little blurred out for some reason in the video. That's weird. So, Smackdown was centered around a bunch of stuff. I mean, it was a bunch of stuff. Let's start from the beginning. First of all, it was a weird Smackdown, to say the least. Very, very weird. Charlotte and Brie Riot had exchanged heated words. I've had a Fastlane. They were going back and forth. And that was fine and all. Again, it's an interesting match. You never seen this match before. So it's the first time ever on Fastlane. Don't want to miss it. Charlotte versus Ruby Riot. That should be very interesting. They have heavily promoted this match. I mean, it started from the fact that Charlotte beat two members of the Riot Squad. And Ruby Riot beat two members of her friends. Both Becky and Naomi. So it's going to be a very interesting case to see who actually wins. I mean, it's obvious that Charlotte's gonna win, but it should be a good match nevertheless. This is Ruby Riot's moment to stand out above everyone, so we will see how that goes. They will go back and forth. The next thing you know, Ruby Riot calls in her Riot Squad, and then, geez, I don't know, By Rude out of nowhere comes out for some reason. And then they go to commercial. It was just so bizarre. What the hell is going on? Were they trying to play out the Mixed Match Challenge thing? Because literally, what I find hilarious, what I find hilarious is that in the review part of the SmackDown, they said Morgan and Logan, who has been at ringside, climbed to the ring and Flair appeared to be in a bit of trouble. Combat would have to wait till Sunday. United States champion by a rude music hit. The escalated situation between Superstar and Glorious when prepared to do commentary for next contest. I guess. I don't know, but that was just a weird way of doing it because, like, By Rude coming out, it was just so weird. I guess they were saying their time was up. I don't know. It was just so weird. You had Jinder Mahal taking on Randy Orton, a rematch for, like, what, the fourth freaking time? Bobby was doing commentary because, as you know, the United States champion Bobby Roode will be defending his title against the Viper Randy Orton in the first time ever match. That should be very, very interesting. And what you call it? It's a good chance Randy Orton could win because Randy Orton, that's the only time that he has yet to win. He's won both world titles. Back then when it was World Heavyweight title, he's won the Intercontinental. He's won the tag team titles. And so this is going to be interesting to see if they actually give it to Randy Orton. I would be shocked. I would definitely be shocked if they give it to Randy Orton. Not going to lie. But Jinder Mahal beat Randy Orton because what happened was By Rude didn't beat a distract Randy Orton. He was irritated that Jinder Mahal got his way. And Randy Orton got distracted by him. Jinder Mahal had the Colossus. 1, 2, 3. Jinder Mahal wins. The fact that they made Jinder Mahal win right before Randy Orton's loss might be telling me something. That possibly WrestleMania, it could be a triple threat. Jinder, Randy, and Rude for United States title. Again, as I've been saying before, WrestleMania is going to consist of a bunch of multi-man matches, pretty much. I can already tell. Because their main match is the only match that matters is Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. But, like, just like out of your title triple threat match, the United States title is going to be a triple threat match. I'm telling you, it's a bunch of multi-man matches, and it's just very, very weird. Well, the fact again that I it says something that they made Jinder Mahal out of all people beat Randy Orton right before his big title match at Fastlane. Rest assured, Jinder Mahal is gonna be part of WrestleMania some type of way, and it won't be the Andre Jaguar Battle Royal. That's all I'm saying. We had Becky Lynch and Carmella. This stemmed from last week where they had award conversations on Twitter. I mean, it's good to see Carmella wrestle because she had wrestled like forever. It's always good to see Becky Lynch. She's my favorite female superstar. So it's good to see her. Those two went back. I mean, it's interesting. These two could have a very good rivalry if they give them the time. It's an interesting dynamic between both of these two. So I wish I could see more of that. But Becky Lynch won. And then backstage, Naomi was cheering her on. Natalia says, again, she got lucky because if it was her, she wouldn't be beating her. And Naomi said, oh, okay. Then prove that at Fastlane, where it would be Carmella team up with Natalia, take out Becky Lynch and Naomi. So now it's official at the Fastlane pay-per-view. It's a tag team match. Becky Lynch and Naomi taking out Carmella and Natalia. That should be a very interesting match indeed. Then we had AJ Styles come out. And he was talking about the what John Cena was talking about on Raw, because again, John Cena was talking about all that on Raw. He was saying, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm not I'm not gonna let that happen because everybody wants to see that dream match happen between what the hell am I about to say? Between Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. Everybody wants to see that match happen, so he gotta make sure that's not gonna happen. He has to win a 6-pack challenge. Out come Dolph Ziggler, and he said, "You're a desperate man." Styles made fun of him for never reaching his full potential, despite being W for 13 years. That let Ziggler down. The wormhole reflecting his grave hits and misses during his career. And led to the big fact that he never had a singles match at WrestleMania. And winning the WWE title in 5 days could, among other things, change that fact for him. Those two stared off against each other, and Styles said, "Hey, we already had a match anyway. How about we do it right now?" And that happened between these two. It was a very good match. I mean, the fact that Dolph Ziggler and AJ Styles are in the ring together, you know match is going to happen. Despite Dolph Ziggler's critics, they're always going to have good matches with each other. So that was very, very, very good match between Dolph Ziggler and AJ Styles. Sadly, it ended in no contest. Why did it end in no contest? Because Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens attacked them for some reason. And then those two tried to fight them off. The Outcast Shaming Band. Everybody thought it was going to be a tag team match. But instead, he was like, we're going to do something a little bit different. It's going to be a fatal 5-way match between Ziggler, Styles, Owens, Zayn, and then one more person, which was Baron Corbin. Which is funny, because this was actually the original advertising for the Fastlane pay-per-view. Clearly, it was a last-minute change to add John Cena makes a 6-pack challenge, which I do have a theory on, which I'll give my predictions. But this, we basically saw in the match that was originally supposed to be a pay-per-view match. So, there you go. Then came the fatal 5-way match. Look at the same thing, Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles. They all fought each other. At the end, Kevin Owens was able to knock off AJ Styles, which led to Sami Zayn Haluva kicking Kevin Owens out of everybody. Everybody was shocked. 1, 2, 3, Sami Zayn won. Now, had this been for the WWE title, Sami Zayn would be our WWE champion. Like, holy crap. Everybody was shocked. Owens was shocked. And then it was just went off the air where Sami Zayn explained, again, this is going to be my moment at Fastlane, even if that means hitting his friend. And we'll see where that goes. It was very interesting, to say the least. I'll tell you that. And, yeah, it was something else. Let me now move. We're transitioning to 205 Live. Well, Mixed Match Challenge. Shit, what was the Mixed Match Challenge this week? I completely forgot. Holy shit. What was it? Oh, it was Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss versus Jimmy and Naomi. I legit forgot, God, but transitioned to 205 Live. I actually legit forgot what it was. So, you can see how much of a priority that is if I actually forgot. So there's that, nothing too important there. Obviously, Braun Strowman and Alexa were going to win. Let's talk about 205 Live because it was something interesting. Then we had the finals of the quarterfinals between the superstars. We had Drew Gulak versus Mark Andrews. It was a very, very good technical match and high flying offense. Mark Andrews is good, obviously. So, and apparently he's a mainstay now on 205 Live. On their website, they list him as a 205 Live superstar. So, there you go. And now he's officially out. Tomoka Drew Gulak was able to beat him with the Dragon Sleeper, and he still left it in. Again, a very 205 Live has been much watched TV, despite what people say. Despite the fan to this, it's been much watched TV, at least on my end. I always try to hurry home on Tuesdays to watch it. So from work, I work late sadly on Tuesdays, and yeah, it was a very, very good match overall. And congrats to Drew Gulak. Now he has an obstacle in his way, and his name is not Cedric Alexander, it's Mustafa Ali, and I'm pretty sure I know the route they're going. Then we had Hideo and Akira Tozawa versus two jobbers. Basically, Drake Maverick was saying Hideo and Akira, they are very good separately. And he was trying to tell them, hey, you guys could be good together as a team. So those two teamed up, be some jobbers. Apparently, the reason why this is happening is because apparently, now don't quote me on this, apparently there are supposedly 205 Live titles being, tag team titles being made for the division. And obviously they need a tag team division. So Hideo and Itami, I guess, I said Hideo and Itami, Hideo and Akira are going to be those inaugural champions, I guess. I don't know. But if this does happen, this will, I guess, officially prove the case that 205, the cruiserweights are no longer connected to Raw anymore. And especially with the dual branded pay-per-view coming up, I expect that much, where there won't be part of the Raw, but there is no more Raw exclusive pay-per-view. So those cruiserweight championship matches cannot happen anymore. So with that being said, it would make sense for them to do their own thing where they have their own pay-per-views or not, who knows. But again, Triple H is really hands on this division. The fact that they're making tag team titles, that's a big thing for Triple H to do. Like, holy crap. And he's really hands on this brand. And I'm glad. The fact that they're willing to make another set of titles, tag team titles, if anything, it shows, again, the cruiserweights are their own thing. And I'm fine with that. Then we had our main event, which was Mustafa Ali versus Buddy Murphy. I really did thought that Buddy Murphy was going to win. That was not the case. They gave it to Mustafa Ali, which in hindsight, I should have figured, because the way they've been pushing this guy, I should have figured. And, yeah. Mustafa Ali won in not next week, because next week is only one match with Cedric Alexander and Roger Strong, the battle in the tournament final. And that's a tournament semifinal, not tournament final, tournament semifinal. And sadly, much as I want Roger Strong to win, I know Cedric Alexander is going to win, because let's face it, I think it's obvious now what the match is going to be at WrestleMania, which is Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. Sadly, Drew Gulak is not going to win. Or if they do make Drew Gulak win, I would be 100% shocked. And I would love that, because now the two people who fought for number one contendership for Cruiserweight title could be the same two people that fight for the actual title. How fitting would that be? I would actually like that. And it probably is not going to happen, because it's going to be Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. But hey, this Triple H is doing, I always agree. I always like what he does. So we'll see where that goes. And last but not least, we have NXT. Let me pull up NXT real quick. This is the last thing we're going to talk about, guys, before we head to our predictions. It was centered around Aleister Black versus Killian Dane. The winner will face a John Cena Roster debut title. First off, we had Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics first round match. And it was Team 6-1. It was actually funny. The first match was the final match in the previous Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, as the Ultimate Pain defeated Team 6-1, and the result was the same. Ultimate Pain won. Now, again, I'm just shocked that Delta Paynes are not called up to the main roster. I'm assuming this is their final go with them and the titles, so I'm pretty sure Bobby Fish wasn't injured. This match would not have been happening, but hey, they're going to do their takeover thing after WrestleMania. They get called up. We'll see where that goes with the Authors of Pain. Then we have Bianca Belair versus Miss Drew Renee. Again, they are really pushing Bianca Belair to be somebody and just be another jobber. There you go. Tommaso Ciampa appeared in front of the crowd, and he enraged every single person. Because, again, if you don't remember, Tommaso Ciampa is the reason why Johnny Gargano is not in NXT anymore. So, he was making fun of him, and then Tommaso Ciampa ripped up a Johnny Gargano sign, and that's that. We would hope to see there's going to be a match at TakeOver, New Orleans. Hopefully between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. That'll hands down be a match tonight. Definitely. Then we had our main event, which was Aleister Black versus Killian Dane. The match is fine, don't get me wrong. Again, Dane's great. I had nothing against Dane, but what makes me scratch my head, and maybe I'm looking way too much into the story, but scratch my head is that, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric Young is the leader of Sanity. So with that being said, wouldn't it make more sense for Eric Young to be going after the singles title and let Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf go after the tag titles? Yet, for some reason, the team is always Eric Young and then Alexander Wolf, which is so weird, because if you're the leader of Sanity, wouldn't you want to go after the main product? I'm not saying the tag titles aren't main, but it's like, I'm pretty sure you would have to go after the actual world championship, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm just saying. Aleister Black won, obviously, and now we know the main event takeover New Orleans will be a Johnny Cena Almas versus Aleister Black. And it's going to be interesting indeed. I'll definitely say that much. And that was NXT, guys, and now it is time. Part you guys been waiting for, and that is the predictions for the Fastlane pay-per-view. I'm going to pull up the match card right now. All right. In no particular order. I'm not saying this is going to be the order, but this is how Davey lists it. So, first off, the tag team match: Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Natalya and Carmella. Now, I'm fantasy booking for a second, but this is my prediction. Natalya and Carmella are gonna win. Just because, I don't know, either by cheating means or whatever tactic. Now, as for Becky Lynch and Naomi, I think, now, what I always would have loved to see was going to be Becky Lynch versus Charlotte at WrestleMania, but this whole Asuka situation, I don't think is going to happen. So with that being said, this is my prediction, but this is assuming Asuka doesn't go after Charlotte for the women's title. Because there's one person Charlotte hasn't yet to face for that women's title, and it was Becky Lynch. So I think after they lose, Becky Lynch is going to sadly turn heel and attack Naomi. And then she's going to have her sights set on Charlotte for that women's title. She said and Becky Lynch could say you was beating everyone for that title, except for her. So, with that being said, I think if Natalya and Carmella wins, Becky Lynch will be turning heel. But my first prediction is Natalya and Carmella. I think they're going to win because I think they need to win more than the faces do. The faces are over regardless. So, I'm assuming they would rather want the heels to win to get some momentum going over. So, again, they have to build Carmella. She has freaking Money in the Bank briefcase. Then we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev. This was made on the Smackdown this past week. I mean, the match doesn't matter. Much as Rusev is over, much as I love Rusev, and I love both of these men, we all know who's going to win. Shinsuke Nakamura, he has to build this momentum heading into WrestleMania, so It makes sense for Shinsuke Nakamura to win. There's not really going in depth here. No theories or anything. Just Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win. That's simple. Now, this is the only match. I'm not going to lie. This is the only match where it's like I am completely confused. I mean, I don't really have for the first time, it's hard for me to predict this. United States champion Byru versus Ray Orr, because it's like, it's just so unpredictable. These two never fought each other before. This is their first time ever match, and it's like, it can go either way. I'm not gonna lie. If I had to pick somebody, and cause I have a theory going on in my head, it'll be Randy Orton. He's gonna win, because here's the thing. If Randy Orton wins, this will give the excuse for Jinder Mahal to say, I already beat you, so I should get a shot to tell him. Then Byru will automatically get his rematch clause, which leads, again, as I said, triple threat match. For that to make sense, Randy Orton has to win the title. Now, with that being said, I could also see Byru winning, but the thing is, if Byru wins, he has to face a different opponent at WrestleMania. I can't see him facing Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal if he wins, because that's just they have to make storyline sense. It makes storyline sense for Randy Orton to win, and Jinder Mahal can say, I already beat you when you weren't champion, so I should have right the title. And Byru Holloway gets the rematch clause. Boom. Triple threat. So with that being said, it's a hard decision for me, and I'm even tempted not to even say it. I have to say Randy Orton. I think we'll see a new United States champion, Randy Orton. There's going to be at least one title change. I'm assuming it's going to be Randy Orton. We have the SmackDown Women's match. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Now, as I said, under the impression that Asuka, regardless, Charlotte's going to win. It's obvious. I would be amazed if Rhea Ripley actually pulls this off. She's good. They're not pushing her like that. She's just filler. Let's just call a spade here. She's just filler until whatever Charlotte's doing. Now, with that being said, under the assumption that Asuka is going after the Raw title, this could possibly lead to Becky Lynch for Charlotte, because again, for this whole year, these two have never even touched each other. So Becky Lynch might possibly, I'm calling it right now. I'm going to assume that tag team match is going to go on before the SmackDown Women's match. If Becky Lynch turns on Naomi, you can best believe Charlotte's winning, and then that's going to lead into Becky Lynch versus Naomi. I can actually see that happening. I'm just saying. I can actually see that happening, and we'll see. If Rhea Ripley wins, I'll be shocked. If she wins, I will be shocked. But I'm pretty sure Charlotte's going to win, regardless of whether or not she faces Asuka and possibly Becky. I don't know. We have the SmackDown Tag Team titles. The New Day versus the Usos. It can either go one or two ways. Usos could just beat the New Day and they'll just face the Brothers. However, I will find it hard, very hard, to believe that the New Day are not going to be part of WrestleMania. If you want to consider the Andre Giant Moore Battle Royal as being part of WrestleMania, to each of their own. But as the Usos like to proclaim, because they say they never been WrestleMania, by that logic, anything on the pre-show is not considered WrestleMania. So, that's why I have a hard time believing. I think I would have went down the wrong pipe. I think I have a hard time believing that the New Day are not going to be part of WrestleMania now. The New Day can shockingly win, and they could just freaking hot tomato the freaking title, or the Usos are gonna win because it makes sense for the story purposes. They're trying to get they've never been to WrestleMania before, and they're gonna face the Bludgeon Brothers, which is obviously their next opponents. They keep stalking them, and that's obviously their next opponent. Now, it can also be a triple threat match. Again, people are gonna think that's impossible. There's already a triple threat match on the show. WrestleMania is gonna consist of many multi-person matches, except for the one that matters, which is Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. They don't give a fuck about what happens to the other matches. So, with that being said, I could possibly see the New Day winning solely for the fact they could do that triple threat match, or the Usos is going to win because probably disqualification to the Brothers, so the match never happened. They could lead to a triple threat. There you go. And then our main event, which was originally once a Fatal 5-Way, it is now Corbin, Owens, Cena, Zayn, Ziggler, and WWE Champion AJ Styles in a six-pack challenge match for WWE Championship. Now, up until last week, up until this past Monday on Raw, I figured AJ was going to win this. Now, after that John Cena promo, and I had this idea throwing around for almost 2 weeks now, and after John Cena this promo, I can see this happening. Now, Cena did say on Raw, I'm gonna beat you, AJ. I'm gonna second-time world champion. If you want to make a bigger moment, rematch me at WrestleMania. Come a triple threat. I know I'm saying like 4 triple threat matches are gonna be at WrestleMania. No, here's what's gonna happen. My prediction, and this might come as a shock to you all, comes as a shock to me as well. John Cena's gonna go over. He's gonna beat AJ Styles. Now, hear me out for a second. He's gonna beat AJ Styles, and then on SmackDown, AJ Styles is going to demand his goddamn rematch for that WWE title. John Cena puts his on the line. Styles cheats to win, and that officially makes Styles a heel. Because if one thing I can at least say, every WWE Championship match at WrestleMania is usually face versus heel. So this could possibly be their way of making Styles a heel and portraying him as a heel. They had to get John Cena to do it, I guess. So, with that being said, my official prediction, and may come as a shock to everybody, I strongly believe John Cena might win because that would be their way of turning AJ Styles heel. So he can face Nakamura. So there it is. I don't want Cena to win. But 17-time world champion. Nobody's done that. There's always some rule. Streaks are meant to be broken. So yeah, that's all I can say. So with that being said, those are my official predictions for Fastlane, and that was the show. So special thanks to Hyper Smash for showing up, with that weird context. I have no idea what he was talking about. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe to anything else on my channel. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching today's stream. I know it was a short one, but since Ron's not here, we can't have back for a conversation about it. So that being said, guys, this is Crater signing off. Catch you guys later. See ya.